Right now at 5, from Prosser to Walla Walla County, Franklin to Yakima County, we are on the fire watch tonight and tracking the latest conditions. Plus, new tonight, an old laundromat goes up in flames in Burbank, and
oh, did he crash? There's a fire. That's what the ejection was.
New video coming in from the scene of a military aircraft crash at Rimrock Lake in Yakima County. Stacy?
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin and beyond, you can see some smoky skies out there. What can we expect for tomorrow and the rest of this week? I'll have all the answers. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this very busy Monday. I'm Austin Reed. And we begin with first alert weather as fire danger is increasing this week. Stacy Lee is in our weather center and she is tracking the latest conditions and she's talking about what's ahead this week. Stacy?
That's right. It's very warm today. Today is the bulk of our heat. As you can see, 97 degrees outside right now. Look at this humidity, 13%. And this is not good for fire danger. You can kind of see that layer of clouds sitting over the Tri-Cities. Not as bad as some of our areas that are dealing with poor air quality this afternoon. Now, the winds have steadily been picking up this afternoon. And look, we're already up to 32 miles an hour in Ellensburg. Yakima, slightly breezy, much calmer in the basin, but those winds will start picking up overnight tonight as we head to tomorrow, and then we'll start to see a first alert weather day. So here's what our peak winds will start looking like a little bit later this evening and into the afternoon. These are the hot temperatures. We're talking record-breaking heat on the west side of the state. Temperatures 10 to 20 degrees above average for the rest of us. And then tonight, our overnight lows not cooling down a whole lot. 65 for our low tonight in Walla Walla. So we get ready for an alert day. We're going to kick that off tomorrow. There's a red flag warning in the region, so be prepared and check out some of the winds we're going to be dealing with as well. Up to 46 miles an hour there in Pendleton. So dangerous fire weather continues. Very warm temperatures, slightly cooler tomorrow. Very dry vegetation through our area, be fire-wise. But get ready for a pretty nice Father's Day weekend. Austin?
And we'll check back in with you in just a bit. Let's take a look at all of the current wildfires in our region. We are watching the Highway 730 fire in Walla Walla and Umatilla counties. There is the Juniper Dunes fire in Franklin County, mainly in rural areas. The OIE fire is in Benton County, and the Tule fire is in Yakima County. That has now scorched over 18,000 acres. Helicopters are helping in all of these blazes, and damage has been reported. The good news, no injuries have been reported in any of these fires. A food pantry being run out of an old laundromat in Burbank is a total loss after burning down this afternoon. Firefighters at the scene say they believe the building to be vacant, but community members say it's home to the Feast and Thrive pantry and closet. Firefighters from Walla Walla, Benton, and Franklin counties arrived at the scene to find a column of thick smoke in the sky.
Upon arrival, crews found the building to be heavily involved when they got here. Pretty much all corners of the building were on fire, smoke and flames out the windows.
The cause of the fire is still unknown. Nobody has been injured in the blaze. A wildfire burning along Highway 730 near the Washington-Oregon border has grown to 36,000 acres with evacuation still in place. The Twin Sisters fire started Saturday, quickly overwhelming crews from the Walla Walla area and prompting a state mobilization. Highway 730 was closed but has since reopened, though officials are warning drivers to use caution as firefighters and heavy equipment continue moving through the area. So far, no structures have been lost. Crews have worked to clear buildings, wind farms, and other assets in the fire area. On the Oregon side, BLM is working the affected areas.
And work continues today. So we've got new crews in there. More crews were coming in yesterday and last night. So we've been replacing those crews that have been here since the onset of the fire.
Containment numbers have not yet been confirmed as crews work to map fire lines and assess what work remains. Moving to Benton County, a 500-acre fire has burned down several homes in between Benton City and Prosser. Take a look at this video from yesterday of the OIE fire, which scorched land on the old Inland Empire Highway. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says several buildings have been destroyed, although it's not yet clear how many. One property owner says he's thankful to have not lost his home, but he says that some of his neighbors weren't so lucky. Firefighters are still at the scene working to put out hot spots and protect homes in the area from any flare-ups. Let's check back in now with Stacy, who's tracking evacuation levels, road closures, and more.
Yes, we'll head back to Walla Walla County, and we still have some level 3 go now evacuations for the Twin Sisters fire. Hatch Grade and vicinity area, again, still on a level 3 tonight. Now, level 1 is be ready for US 730 and vicinity from Port Kelly to the Oregon border. That's what's in place for that fire, and still not contained. Now, the Juniper Dunes fire, this was in North Franklin County, that's grown quite a bit as well, up to over 10,000 acres and zero containment on that one. That one's a little more isolated, desolate, more in farm country, so not impacting any buildings at this time. The Tule fire that we're seeing here, this is what's causing a lot of the smoke that we're dealing with in the Yakima Valley, but 18,000 acres and not contained yet. So fire danger remains high, and that's going to be the case tomorrow as we have a first alert weather day due to low humidity, gusty winds, and of course dry vegetation. Austin?
Stacy, thank you. For the first time in 25 years, the Kennewick Fire Department intentionally set a building on fire today, but it was all in the name of training. Firefighters used the former Ernie's Car Place on West Canal Drive for a live structure burn exercise, giving crews the chance to experience real smoke, heat, and fire behavior they can't replicate inside a training tower.
This allows our firefighters to see fires in a more naturally occurring state in a home or in a structure that's constructed much like other homes or buildings in our city.
Firefighters also practiced search and rescue techniques and used thermal imaging technology during the exercise. Chief Michael Hefner says the department hopes to conduct more live burn trainings in the future if similar opportunities become available. Other news and new tonight. Within the last hour, we have been made aware of issues with the 911 system. The Adams County Sheriff's Office says while 911 remains operational, some calls may be routed to other dispatch centers or directed to non-emergency phone lines before reaching the appropriate agency. Officials say this is a widespread multi-state incident affecting multiple areas across the country, with reports extending as far as Massachusetts. Tonight, new video shows the moment a military plane crashed at Rimrock Lake in Yakima County over the weekend.
Oh, did he crash? There's a fire. That's what the ejection was.
The crash also sparked a wildfire that prompted a response from the Natchez Fire Department. The aircraft involved was an FA-18 Hornet assigned to Marine Aircraft Group 11th and the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing. The pilot safely ejected. A department water tender returned to the area Sunday to assist with mop-up operations. The cause of the crash is still under investigation by the Marine Corps. At tonight's Pasco City Council meeting, the council will consider a resolution authorizing the city manager to submit an amended offer to purchase the Pasco Sporting Complex from Franklin County. The proposed offer would include $13 million in cash and the transfer of Volunteer Park, appraised at close to $2 million. According to the agenda report, the action does not authorize spending funds. Instead, it authorizes the city manager to submit the amended offer and continue negotiations with Franklin County. Any final agreement would still require future city council approval. Law enforcement in Mississippi is investigating an officer-involved shooting that resulted in the death of a child. The shooting happening yesterday afternoon. ABC's Christiane Cordero has more.
CJ got shot. We're seeing the moments captured in a Walmart parking lot Sunday after investigators say an officer fired a gun at a moving vehicle, leading to one person injured and a child dead. And today, growing questions from a community in the Mississippi Delta.
And everybody talking about Senatopia, so it's going to be a big thing, I know.
The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation says it started with a shoplifting call at a Walmart in Senatobia around 2 p.m. yesterday. Investigators say officers saw two subjects and a child fleeing the store and driving away. When they tried to stop the vehicle, police say the driver drove toward them, prompting an officer to fire their gun as the vehicle fled. A child was pronounced dead once the vehicle arrived at a nearby hospital, according to law enforcement, who add another person was critically injured. Investigators say no officers were seriously injured and have not yet released the names of anyone involved. In a statement, Walmart says they are saddened and are working with law enforcement in the investigation. Images capturing the incident, including potential surveillance or body-worn camera footage, have not yet been released to the public. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on coverage of a ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. Plus, violence breaks out after the New York Knicks are NBA champions. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, we have a recall alert for parents. If you purchased organic infant formula recently, you'll want to listen up. Plus, Stacy is back with a look at her full first alert weather forecast as fire danger is increasing. Look how smoky it is across the Yakima Valley right now. First, your reason to smile. Thank you to Dan for this picture. It's in Kennewick. He calls it a tequila sunrise. Get your photo on TV, scan that QR code, and our thanks to Lifetime Dental Care for your reason to smile.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday starting at 4 p.m.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community rich in tradition and pride, and Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation, and right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today, 509-851-0669.
Advil Liquid Gels target pain caused by inflammation. They're faster, stronger, and longer lasting than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels to power through tough pain. Advil, that's real strength.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything in life would adapt to your comfort. To a good life's sleep, Sleep Number.
New Game Plus has no business making Grace's dish towel smell this good. Especially after that. Our greatest scent ever. New Game Plus with Oxy.
You get hurt in a car wreck, and all of a sudden, you feel like there's a black cloud hanging over your life. You're in pain, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay. Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales. I have the power of more. Don't take that first offer when I can get you more, much more than they want to pay. And why go to court if you don't have to? And when they find out the heavy hitters on your side, well, you know, blue skies. Injured? Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales, because helping you is what I do.
Call 853-2222.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
Back now with a health alert for parents. Nara Organics has recalled its organic baby formula. They are sold nationwide in Target stores and online. This is due to a multi-state outbreak of infant botulism. 3 babies between 2 and 5 months became ill in April and May in California, Pennsylvania, and right here in Washington state after consuming the whole milk organic powdered infant formula. Infant botulism is a rare but serious illness that occurs in babies under the age 1. The city of College Place is updating its comprehensive plan to prepare for rapid growth. The update is required under Washington's Growth Management Act and covers several key areas. With the population expected to increase by 3,400 over the next 2 decades, the city must address a looming 200-unit housing shortage, upgrade aging water and sewer infrastructure, and tackle new state-mandated climate resilience goals. A community survey also found residents are most concerned about drought, extreme heat, and wildfire.
We have a fairly urbanized, built-out environment, so there's not a lot of capacity internally for growth. We do have some vacant lands internally. We're looking at upzoning those.
Officials tell us the city is planning for a population of just over 13,000 by the year 2046. Now to local sports. Today marked the first of 4 fan zone events for World Cup games being played in Seattle. Pasco is one of 9 cities in Washington state hosting an official World Cup fan zone watch party. The featured game was Belgium versus Egypt in a match that ended in a 1-1 draw. The event opened gates at 10 this morning prior to the noon start to the match. Pasco High School's girls soccer team also provided a skills clinic.
95 going up to 96 today, so a little bit unfortunate in terms of weather, but we can control. We've got a good group of people out here that are enjoying the game right now. Video walls up, games being played. The whole stadium's branded out with the fan zone stuff, so it looks great. We're just excited to go ahead and build off of this one and get into Friday's game, which is Team USA. So.
The United States will play Australia in Seattle on Friday. The Pasco Fan Zone will take place in the parking lot of Pasco Sports Complex due to a Dust Devils game happening the same day. The Big Bro Joe Foundation brought Seattle Seahawks players to Kennewick this past weekend for a free youth football camp at Lamson Stadium. Hundreds of young athletes worked alongside NFL stars, running routes, catching passes, and hearing from players who fought through injuries and roster cuts to reach the league. Seahawks stars shared how they pushed through adversity to earn their spot in the NFL and told kids the same path is possible for them.
You always want to touch these kids' lives. You talk about dads and sons. Sons want to be like their dads. So when we come out here, we're an extension of being a dad.
For one camp participant we talked to, the day left a mark. He left the field convinced that hard work and practice could take him all the way to the NFL. Our very own Dan Hansen was there this weekend, as was our Jake Gable. Dan will have a full report on the weekend coming up tonight at 6 right here on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
All right, let's dive into the nuts and bolts of the weather forecast. Look outside, it is smoky. I've been watching the air quality in the Yakima area this afternoon. Very, very smoky there. 94 degrees, humidity extremely low at 18%. Feels like of 90 because of that kind of haze. Now, visibility is okay, but definitely on that camera looking down into the city, we can see that we're starting to get a little bit darker in color. The darker these colors are, the bigger on the chart they go, the further on the chart they go, from moderate to unhealthy. So we're starting to see slightly unhealthy air in Yakima. It's been smoky, but still staying moderate for the rest of the area. And again, that's from the surrounding fires in our region. Wind-wise, they're starting to see those winds pick up, especially in Ellensburg, 32 miles an hour. We'll continue to see increases in winds as we go forward through tomorrow. Take a look at our relative humidity around the area. Now, this is a problem. This means that everything's really, really dry, very dry air on top of dry fuels outside. And again, another warm day is headed our way tomorrow. Now, the good news is temperatures decrease just slightly tomorrow, but still going to be in the 90s for most of us, and then add in some strong gusty winds. There's wind advisories in place. We're going to be watching the Kittitas Valley very closely, as those winds could be gusting as high as 55 miles an hour. 35 and 40 mile an hour, though, winds in our region, as we know, have been problematic for fire. And we're up here at critically dry in the red zone. Heading towards extremely dry as we get towards the weekend. So alert day starting tomorrow all the way through Wednesday for most of our region. Again, critically dry vegetation and those gusty winds. Overnight lows, well, not really that cool, honestly. 65 in Walla Walla tonight, 63 in Tri-Cities, 60 in Yakima. So it's going to be a rather warm one, but temperatures starting to go down slightly. 70s and 80s in the Kittitas Valley, but take a look at those wind gusts. That's what we're concerned with. Very windy in the Kittitas Valley. Now gusting 35, maybe 40 miles an hour with 80 and 90 degree temperatures along the Yakima Valley. And once again, relative humidity very, very low. Same thing tomorrow, Tri-Cities, Columbia Basin, pretty close to what we were today, about 2 degrees cooler, but again, breezy to gusty winds out there. And then those winds are really going to swoop around those Blue Mountains up to 45 miles an hour. So fire danger again remains high. So alert day for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Winds are going to decrease a little bit. Not so much for the Kittitas Valley, but a little bit. Heading into your Father's Day weekend, temperatures cool slightly, get a little bit nicer, but we're watching Saturday again for another alert day due to the strong gusty winds and the dry vegetation. Yakima in the 80s through the next couple of days, back to the 90s for Father's Day weekend. In the Tri-Cities, we're going to stay mostly in the 90s right on through, but lots of sunshine out there. And once we get past those gusty winds, especially tomorrow, things are looking much brighter. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s for the Hermiston area. Once again, keeping an eye on breezy winds and possibly another alert day on Saturday. 88 on Father's Day. Walla Walla looking pretty good. We're going to be teetering between the 80s and 90s, and 87 on Dad's Day. Plus, oh, did we know? It's also the first day of summer coming up this weekend.
Thanks.
So the official first day of summer.
Much appreciated.
Feels pretty summery right now, right?
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Things have changed. All right, coming up next, we are highlighting a special person from the Yakima Valley Community Foundation. Stay right here.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
In the Yakima Valley, our community is built on hard work, family, and growing something for the future. As another school year ends, we celebrate our graduates and their futures as leaders, farmers, and innovators. But sometimes tradition means looking the other way, telling ourselves it's safer at home or everyone's doing it. Truth is, most parents in our community don't approve of underage drinking and don't want it for their kids. At 17 and 18, teen brains are still developing, making them more vulnerable to alcohol's effects. And in Washington state, supplying alcohol to minors can mean a $5,000 fine and up to a year in jail. We have better traditions, like celebrating milestones together, substance-free. Set clear boundaries. Protect their future. Don't let one tradition define their future or yours. Parents who host lose the most.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
MAGA warrior Amanda McKinney is President Trump's choice to represent Central Washington in Congress. A successful businesswoman and Yakima County Commissioner, Amanda McKinney earned President Trump's complete and total endorsement because she'll advance American energy dominance, grow our economy, and support American innovation. Trump endorsed Amanda McKinney. She will never let you down. American Mission is responsible for the content of this advertising.
What are you doing? I'm trying to reach this dust. Why don't you just use the Swiffer duster? This cleans in all the really tight places and all the really high ones so you don't have to jump. Looks like you got into everything.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
In tonight's Spotlight, we are celebrating Sharon Miracle. Sharon is the current CEO of the Yakima Valley Foundation and is set to retire soon. Members of the YVCF team have been sharing memories and reflections from their time working alongside her. They say she never backed down from her project and always leaned in, and they plan to continue Sharon's legacy moving forward.
Good for her. Enjoy that retirement.
Yeah, deserves it.
After a week of vacation, you know, getting a little taste of it.
Getting a taste of it, huh?
I got to tell you, the Priest Lake, Idaho, absolutely gorgeous, but it rained so much on my birthday there. The whole day it rained. It was great.
Really?
Yeah.
All day?
All day. The whole day.
Wow.
Anyway. All right, stay with us. We'll have one final check of that weather forecast.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Now get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget, low maintenance, with no messy growth to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter's styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is bringing rhythm and romance with a concert under the summer stars. Brindis por Siempre and Grupo Control live. On August 1st, enjoy a night out with Latin music, dancing, food trucks, and fun. Every ticket is good for free play. Ticket options include table seating with meet and greet, premium reserve seats, and lawn seats. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app. Only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seat belts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting in Pendleton, Ellensburg, Tri-Cities Airport.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
And welcome back. Monday, it's been hot, 90-something. I said it didn't feel that bad, but I wasn't standing out in the sun.
Yeah,
so this is the hottest of the days so far. Going to be hot tomorrow, but a little bit less. Let's take a look at the big weather stories and a beautiful sunset. Look at that gorgeous picture. Nice. All right, so gusty winds, critically dry alert day tomorrow. Eye on the prize heading towards the weekend. Temperatures are going to be a little bit better, but we're watching for another very gusty day on Saturday. Temperatures stay in the 80s and 90s over the next week. So if you like that, hey, this is your week. Temperatures tonight, look at that. couple weeks ago, I would have said daytime highs right there, but those are the overnight lows tonight. So again, I kind of enjoy the warmer nights to sit on my back patio and enjoy. Now, the big news tomorrow with our first alert weather day is those gusty winds on the far right, keeping a very close eye on that for potential fire danger. Temperatures, as you can see, about the same, a little tiny bit cooler than they were today. And then moving ahead to Wednesday, temperatures cool a little bit more. Still windy, especially in the Kittitas Valley, but better winds. So there you go. That's your forecast. We'll get us through at least the middle of the week.
There we go. Thanks for joining us. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night. We'll see you back here at 6.